you for your interest in this research topic. My name is Guo-Zhao. I am a research assistant professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. I wanted to share this research opportunity with you, which actually an ongoing project funded by Nebraska Department of Transportation. I am the PI of this project, and I have two co-PIs working with me. One is Dr. Hongzhi Guo from School of Computing. Another one is Dr. Nathan Huang from Nebraska Transportation Center. We work together to help Nebraska Department of Transportation to figure out the deployment of variable advisory speed signs, as I showed you here in the figure. On both sides of the interstate highway, there are advisory speed signs with a digital display. So those yellow signs, as you can see. This system has been installed from West I-80 to somewhere in the middle of I-80. And the plan is to cover the entire I-80 interstate highway on roughly every 8 miles. You will see this set of the variable speed signs. The reason Nebraska Department of Transportation wants to install this system is to mainly focusing on winter season. So they will be activated in winter seasons to help drivers keep safe speed in response to different adverse weather conditions. So you may see a display of 55 miles per hour or 45 miles per hour, depending on the weather conditions, whether there's a snowstorm or foggy or blizzard on the travel segment where you are. The critical problem for this system is we need to know the weather conditions changes in real time, so that when you want to post the speed can be posted accordingly in real time. When there's weather, when there's a snowstorm, you want to post, for example, 45 miles per hour, and when the storm is over, you want to change back to 75 miles per hour, so on and so forth. Currently, Nebraska Department of Transportation are mainly checking the weather and change the speed using manual work. So they send engineers or dispatch engineers on the road, and the engineer will tell them what's the condition and what speed should be posted. So you can imagine how much work it takes for operating this system. And our job is to make this process automatic and semi-automatic, which means we use sensors to monitor weather conditions and change and then flag the adverse weather, and then the traffic engineer jump in to post the speed on the signs. Nebraska Department of Transportation intends to use multiple sensors to monitor the road, but one of the most important methods is through camera for two reasons. First, cameras can see what actually happened to verify whether the speed posted is appropriate. I think another reason is because there are a lot of cameras along I-80 and also on the state vehicles that are traveling on the road, so they can provide large numbers of video footage. We hope to use this data to provide support for whatever speed they want to post on this advisory speed signs. So as I mentioned, we can use cameras on the roadside posts along I-80. There are plenty of the coverage of this I-80 with cameras. They provided web camera images. So I showed some examples on the first row on this page. The camera can be adjusted to face on the road surface. So if you want to look at what kind of the road surface, for example, the dry road, a slushy or snow covered, we can just fix the camera so that you can detect whatever the surface it should be. And then later on, we will convert the surface conditions to what is the grip of the road that the vehicle tire can stick onto. So how slippery the road. That's the matrix we are measuring after the detection of the road condition. We also have forward-facing cameras on the snowplow trucks. So as the snowplow trucks is working to clean up the road during the weather events, the camera will retain video footage in real time. So we can, through the camera, we can know how far the driver can see given the weather conditions. And then, in other words, we want to measure the visibility through the cameras. We can provide large amount of these training samples through these cameras. So what we want you to do, we want to ask you to help us to detect different weather conditions, specifically how far you can see given different weather conditions, and what is the how slippery of the surface conditions that you can detect for us. I think this is a very practical research need, and the timeline is perfect for us because we will complete our current project by next year, and this research is happening in this semester, where I think your participation would be greatly helpful and will be definitely included in our project as part of our project. So we are looking forward to your contribution. Thank you.